Currently my drill press lives on the floor and I have to haul it onto my workbench every time I want to use it. This is an 8-inch drill press, which means there's 4 inches between the centre of the chuck and the back post, doubled, for some bizarre reason. Today I won't be tackling the lies of tool companies, but I will be building a designated workbench for it instead. Starting with a piece of plywood I recycled from an old shipping pallet. Now you have to ignore the dimensions I put on my workbench because it's 10 centimeters shorter, so it'll be 30 by 20. But as Bear Grylls says, improvise, adapt, overcome. Now I can't say I've stayed in a 5-star hotel, but I can't imagine it's all too difficult. Something else that isn't difficult is screwing 2 pieces of plywood together so you get one twice the thickness. Now I can faff around with making sure that the drill press is exactly in the middle of the bench. Now I didn't drill all the way through here, I just wanted to mark the spot because I didn't want to drill through my workbench. This is when I find out my guesstimation on the size of bolt I needed is utterly wrong and it was way too short. Moral of the story, actually measure things properly. In the meantime I work on the rest of the bench, working top down. These will be the braces for the legs. Due to my impatience, I actually managed to strip a drill bit. You may not be able to see it with my shoddy camera work. Anyway, the rubber mallet ensures a nice snug fit for the last pieces. And the last screw going in. Unfortunately, the wood I used for the legs is just too warped and twisted, so I'm going to have to recut them with new wood. I do have to compromise on all the legs being the same dimension, but I'm just using the wood I've got. Cross pieces on the bottom of the legs will also add extra strength. In preparation for my larger mounting bolts, I made the holes larger. Right, so these are the bolts I bought, and they're just simply far too small. Fortunately though, I raided my dad's bucket of old bolts and I found something that will work. And now I could put the nuts in and tighten them down. And a new 3D printed depth stop as mine was broken. Drill truck keys. Easy to lose, my drill press was bought used and didn't even come with one. So, I need a permanent spot for it so I don't lose this one. So, I 3D printed this clamp and it just goes around the back post of the drill press. The hole for the key though is a little small, so I thought it's a perfect excuse to try out my new workbench. Big improvement now, seeing as it actually fits. And then I fitted the clamp. I'm pretty happy with this outcome. My drill press is now a tool that can actually be used whenever I want it, rather than dreading having to set it up and pack it up every time I need it.